In my restless dreams, I see that town, Silent Hill.
Silent Hill. Everyone who is familiar with the survival horror genre has heard about this iconic horror franchise. Though it had a troubled history in the 2010s, the original 4 games developed by Team Silent have become all-time classics. One of the best regarded out of all of them is Silent Hill 2. So without wasting any more time, let's delve deep into the horror that awaits us. James Sunderland receives a cryptic letter from Mary, his deceased wife. The letter tells James that his wife is in their special place in Silent Hill. Confused and a little bit curious, James willingly ventures into the town, discovering deformed creatures vaguely resembling humans, and gets stalked by a terrifying entity only known as Pyramid Head. His confusion only gets worse as he meets Maria, a woman who looks uncannily similar to his wife Mary. Despite this, James becomes more desperate to discover the truth about his wife. The thing that's still unique about Silent Hill as a franchise is its setting. Having an entire survival horror game set in a large town is still very interesting. The town of Silent Hill is shrouded in deep fog, or in darkness, making the game even more unnerving. You never know who or what is lurking behind you. The whole town sets off this feeling of oppression and loneliness. It feels like this whole town is out to get you, which is a disturbing thought. This setting also gave a lot of freedom for the level designers. You basically explore the entire town, going into abandoned hospitals, hotels, and apartment blocks, all of them decrepit and abandoned. But despite looking really awful, it has a weird charm to it. On a graphical level, the game looks pretty good. Sure, it's no Witcher 3, but the lighting and cutscenes in particular still look great in my opinion. The sound design is just as good. Silent Hill has one of the best game soundtracks ever. The soundtrack perfectly illustrates the melancholy feel the game has. The game also has one of the best ambience in a horror game, period. It's so unnerving and creepy, just downright nightmare fuel. Let's just say, I don't think listening to Tulka Prison ambience is good ASMR. The thing that Silent Hill 2 is most praised for is its deep psychological study of the human condition. And that's shown through basically the entire game, from the puzzles you do, the enemies you fight, to the characters you meet. The most famous scene in the entire game is the prison cell scene.
To you? After we got separated in that long hallway? Are you confusing me with someone else? You were always so forgetful. Remember that time in the hotel?
Maria?
Here James experiences emotional ambiguity. Maria acts like James's wife, but then suddenly snaps out of it, saying,
I'm not your Mary.
James becomes more confused when she adds,
I am. If you want me to be.
All I want from you is an answer.
It doesn't matter who I am. I'm here for you, James. See? I'm real.
This shakes James to the core, as he doesn't know truly what he wants. That's something a lot of people feel, and seeing such a profound issue being explored in a horror survival game of all things is just surreal. Mental health, abuse, morality, sex, and death are all things Silent Hill 2 explores so deeply, but sadly, I can't deconstruct everything, as that would make this video hours long and spoil your experience. Silent Hill 2's gameplay hasn't aged particularly well. The combat, the camera angles, and save system can be more tedious than fun, but weirdly enough, that didn't bother me as such. The clunky combat actually makes sense in the game's world. You're not playing a soldier or a superhuman, you're playing an average guy. Looking at James, he doesn't strike me as a man who had a lot of combat experience, which explains why he misses shots and has a hard time using his wooden plank. Despite being flawed on a mechanical level, Silent Hill 2 is one of my favorite horror games of all time. Its grounded, complex characters and setting oozing in tension and atmosphere makes it for a surreal and immersive experience. Though the future for the series is unclear, I can't wait to return to Silent Hill again. Goodbye.